guys, welcome. I just wanted to come on and share this exercise that I have been doing with myself and with my clients. So if it resonates with you, then maybe it's something you'd like to try as well. So the exercise that I've been doing, I've drawn it out on a sheet of paper. It's super messy, so I'm just gonna kind of explain how I do it, but I am a visual type of learner, so I like to kind of draw things out first so I can see them. So what I start with on the left side is I write a limiting belief. So this can be a belief, anything. It's something that's showing up in your life that you have recognized as something that is limiting to yourself, to your life, to what you're trying to create, to the fullest expression of you. So essentially it's something that is standing in the way. And wherever this came from, that's okay. Maybe it's from your childhood, from your past experiences, whatever it is, it has been strengthened and now you have identified it and it's something that maybe you're trying to work with. And maybe sometimes it just feels like something that just like won't shake, or maybe it does, but the progress that you feel you're reaching is like not the full progress. You're like, I've done everything that I can think of and it's still hanging, like it just won't go. So a practice I like to do is to really come through the body. So you want to first come through the body and see where this is landing in your body on a somatic level. So this is then where I go through the stages of, okay, how does it feel in the body? Now, how does that feel in your mind? How does it feel in your spirit? And I truly believe it's in bringing in this alignment where all three start getting in sync on the same page is truly where this transformation lies. So I've done all the things, you can feed things in through the mind and all the ways, and they do work to some capacity. I just don't feel like it brings that full transformation. It doesn't bring that shift and like that full embodiment of yourself. So what I do here, back to the exercise, you're gonna write on the left side, take that limiting belief, whatever it is, and write it down. And then speak it. And that's important, not just having it on the paper, but also speak it. So now say it out loud. And say it out loud again. And then on the third time, say it again. And maybe you want to actually close your eyes, because at this point you want to actually tap into your being. And how does this actually feel for me? You know, outside of the statement that I'm saying, you know, my mind's picking up on, but how does it actually land in your body? And then I ask myself, or I ask the client, and I say, okay, how does that feel in your body? And we identify that, and then we write that down. And then we go, how does that feel in your mind? Identify that, write it down, and then we go, how does that feel in your spirit? And when we get to the spirit, they can start to like tap into that all-encompassing place of like who they truly are. And I feel in this space you can actually start reaching for the truth, or where your spirit actually knows it can go without those limitations. So then we connect to that, okay? And then we feel that. We feel the whole experience of that. The statement, all the feelings, the emotions that are attached to that. And then we say, okay, now in this place of discernment and power, now we say, okay, I'm going to consciously create a new belief. And so then we go for a new belief and we get to choose, you know, and this is the power of choice. We get to choose a new belief, the belief that we would like to embody and live by and to change our reality. So we take this new belief, we do this exact same exercise now on the right side. You're going to write down your new belief. And now you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to close down your eyes. You're going to connect to that new statement. And then you do the very same thing. you feel, how does that feel? How does that feel in your body? How does it feel in your mind? How does it feel in your spirit? And then once you identify that, you're now going to be sitting in an entirely different energy. And now you're going to notice very quickly the contrast and the polarity in this of like that statement. And usually, myself included, or the client is going to be like, oh, that one feels like heavy. It feels depressing, it feels disempowering, it feels stuck, whatever. It's not the feelings that you want to feel. And so then we take this old limiting belief that feels heavy and stuck and stale and stagnant, and then we transmute that, because remember, we're just going to take that old belief and we're going to upgrade to something new, because we're going to transmute and transform the energy and the potency of what was into something new, right? Because we have to do something with that energy, right? And so the great news is that you get to be the creator of this, because you get to co-create your reality and your life. So now take that belief, put in the new belief. Now, it does take some work. It's going to take practice, repetition, because you've been living this way for so long. And now we want to live in this new state, which people are going to report. This right side is feeling, so much better. It's lighter, it's more free, they feel empowered, they feel uplifted, they have clarity, they have wisdom, they have peace here, because they're actually now living and embodying the state that is their desired reality. So once you do that exercise, you get to connect to that amazing feeling. And the power of this is when you tap into that new statement, that new truth, the new belief that you're going to carry and embody, you actually start to feel so much fullness, like so much potential, freedom, and truly this is the place where I do believe true transformation lies. And so once you get this new belief, you hold with it. And the best way that I find to embody this, because again, at some level this is a mindset work, but then we're shifting to a somatic level to really embody this and to hold this at an energetic level. So what I like to do with this practice now is keep connecting to the whole feeling. And this really embraces your state, I like to say totality. So it's the wholeness of yourself. It's not addressing in isolation, right? Because we can address symptoms, but if we don't actually go for the root, those symptoms actually just keep reappearing in different ways, on different levels, right? So I feel going to the root, and that's why I love this practice of going in through the body and finding wisdom through there. So to support this practice, not only am I going to encourage myself and the client to keep affirming that new statement every day until you truly believe it's true. And the practice that I like to do to support that is to accompany this by a meditation or just like a gentle rest and surrender. So this is going to help because we really need to impress this into your subconscious mind. So this often is best accessed, I find, when you are in that surrendered resting state. So I like to accompany this statement and this upgrading of beliefs and affirmations by doing a nervous system regulation practice or a meditation. You could even do a little sleep hypnosis thing. It's like a pre-sleep. That's where you're connecting with your fingers. So you say your new belief and you can just lift your fingers. So you'll do it 10 times. So every time you lift each finger, you're going to repeat that new belief. Now, it sounds kind of silly, it sounds kind of repetitive and mundane, I know, but I've tried it. I've tried these things. They do really work. It's just consistency is key, and it's hard at first because, my clients say it too. They're like, I'm doing so well, but it's like it's this slow steady progress, because when you've lived such a way for so long, it is hard work to reprogram and rewire these pathways, right? They were so loyal to this old way, and we're asking something new. And although it's exciting and it is so worth it, it's so rewarding, it is hard work, but it's the consistency and it's your commitment to show up for yourself and to know that what you're moving in right now and towards is something so much better and so much greater than you've ever seen. And so you can do it. And we like to finish off this little diagram, if you call it. So sorry, just to recap, I do 2 circles with the limiting belief, the new belief, and then we write down body, mind, spirit, put the experience there, the other experience, and then I like to finish it off with a call to action. So once you finish off with your new statement of empowerment and belief, then we take a call to action. So then it's nothing crazy, it's just like a small actionable step that you will do today. So it's something you can do today 100%. Well, we're gonna say like 99%, just we'll leave a slight, there's always things in life, but something that you can probably definitely do. And then it could be something so small. It'd be like, I'm gonna go here and do this new thing, or I'm just gonna try this thing I always wanted to do, or you can also jump high, you can do something that feels really scary, but you can do it, whatever it is. So then you commit to that, and you take that action. And then every day you can come back to this if you stick with, the actual framework of it. You can do your beliefs, do your little practice, and then you set a new call to action every day. And whatever your day looks like, whether you just take a mental note of the thing you're going to commit to do. I like to start my day by setting an intention. And you can do that. You can just set your intention there for the day. If you're someone who likes to do visual stuff, you can draw out a diagram. If you like to make lists, you could actually write down, if you do a journal or something, every day you can write your new call to action or what you're going to do to help you stay consistent. And then I feel like this is the best way to help you strengthen that new identity, because then you get to keep moving forwards and know that every day you're taking a new little small step. It's this incremental change and this commitment to the new. And truly, this is where your success is and your transformation. And always remember to be kind and be gentle with yourself. Some days are different. This life is up, down, and all around. So when it's down and all around, have compassion and be kind to yourself. You're doing something new. And just be thankful for yourself and your progress. And don't forget to clap for yourself, to celebrate yourself. And there's nothing you can't do. So make that commitment today to upgrade your beliefs in your life, because you are worth it and you deserve it. If there's anything else that I can help you with, please let me know or leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great day. Bye.